Hi guys, welcome back to Origami Twist. Today's video is an origami box. It uses no glue and no scissors, so you don't have to worry about that. All you need is a square sheet of paper. Now, if you're doing a lidded box, you just need to make two squares, one the size of the box, whatever size you like, and then the second one slightly smaller. So here I've taken a green sheet of paper that was the same size as the pink one and trimmed off a 1/2 centimeter off of each side to make it a slightly smaller square. This will allow the two boxes to fit together, and I'll show you that at the end. But they are identical, so I'm just going to get to it. So you can make two of those. So for this bottom of the box, I am using a green sheet of paper. Use whatever you have. And take the colored side, face it down. Okay, so we're going to fold our paper in half, going side to side and crease. And then open it up and fold side to side the other way. So that when you're finished, you'll end up with two creases in your paper in a plus sign formation. You're then going to take each one of the corners, bring it into the center and crease. The key here is to not overlap. So if your paper isn't quite a perfect square, you definitely want to go slightly shy of the crease as you're folding in rather than going past the crease. And you'll find that I actually don't have a perfect square here, I was in a bit of a hurry when I trimmed the paper down. It's okay. You'll notice that it's going to work just fine. Just keep that in mind. Don't go over the crease there. All right, so all the corners have been brought into the center. And we're now going to take one of the edges and bring the edge right up to that middle point where all the points have come into the center. When you do that, you want to line it up with the two sides so that they're nice and straight here and here, and they don't skew off to the side or anything, and crease. Then I'm going to turn the paper around and do the other edge up to the middle, same thing. And crease. Then open it up back to where you've folded all the corners into the center and turn it 90 degrees and do it the other way. So edge into the center, making sure it's lined up with the two sides, and then the other side, edge into the center, making sure it's lined up with the two sides. There we go. Now open it back up to that square again, and this time we're going to open up two of the corners and open them all the way out. And it doesn't matter which two corners because you've made mirror image folds. But they do need to, except for the fact that they need to be opposite each other. You're then going to focus on these two little squares in the corner. You've created quite a few creases here, and you'll find that it's almost a yin and a yang kind of thing. You've got a fold here and a triangle, and then a fold here and a triangle in a different color. What you want to do is making sure that these creases are nice and crisp. You want to fold that corner in, and using this crease right here, you're going to lay it against the paper. And when you do, you'll find that it sort of collapses here, and this edge, where my index finger is indicating, is going to line up with this edge here. Okay, so we've got the little triangle at the top, then there's a rectangle, and then there's a crease or an edge to line it up with. So there you go. It's going to just collapse on itself. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. This corner here, where I'm indicating, is going to come in, and this edge here is going to line up with that same line that the one on the other side did. There you go, you see that? Now you want to make sure each of these folds is pretty crisp because you're about to fold it down on itself. And you'll notice I'm turning the paper around just because I find it easier to collapse. You can collapse it however makes sense for you as long as it does the same thing. It doesn't really matter how you get it there, okay? So we've got the two edges in, and you can sort of see it starting to look like a box. Can you see that? And if you need to, place it down on your table. But I'm going to hold this in the air so you can see it a bit better. And this whole tab is going to fold over. And there's a crease there, so it'll crease where it has already been creased before. And if you reinforce those creases, you'll find that your box just starts to form together. See that? All right, so that's one half done, and now we're going to do the other half. So it's that exact same thing, only on the other side. You've got a corner here, and this edge is going to line up with this edge, and at the same time, this whole piece is going to come in and lay against that rectangle. So same kind of thing. You're going to press along, making sure your box doesn't come undone on the other side, but it's not too big a deal because all of the creases are going where you want them to. And then the same thing, this index finger, where I'm pointing with my index finger, that point's going to come in, lay that edge down there, and following all those creases that have been made already, you're going to just press against them, and it should collapse just where you want it to. And then I'm going to turn the paper around just for ease of folding. You, again, can do it however is easiest for you. And that same thing, that tab that's been created here is going to fold over the top and creasing all of your creases just where they need to go and along the bottom. And press it in, and you might have to play with it a little bit to get it to stay, but there you go. One Masu box. Traditional origami at its best. This is one of my favorite, I always say that, but it's true. This is one of my favorite folds. I really enjoy this one. Now you'll notice because I made this a 1/2 centimeter on the two sides, so I cut off a 1/2 centimeter to create the dimension slightly smaller than the first one. The lid should actually fit right onto the box, just like that. So there it is, one Masu box with lid. This is a really fun model. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you give it a try. I'll put a link to my Instagram account in the description box below so you can show me everything you've done. Just use the hashtag Origami Twist or tag me in it. I'd love to see your finished products. And stick around and definitely subscribe to the channel. I've got a new video coming up very soon. I'm about to film it right now, actually, for a little pocket where you can store all kinds of fun things, little necklace or earrings or something in there, and keep them safe. So, one pocket coming up in the next video, and there is your Masu box. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.